Hey girl,
Hey girl, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good on this Sunday.
No, we already got a viewer.
That's probably Chris.
Oh my goodness, they're all coming in.
It's Sunday. It's Sunday, and it's not Monday. You get to see us on this sensational Sunday.
Mhm.
They are just coming in.
Love that for us.
Yeah, I love that. How was your day? How was your self-care Sunday?
Excuse me. It really wasn't a self-care Sunday. I did do yoga today. If you guys haven't done HIIT yoga with Tasha, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you care about yourself. I just don't know. So when is HIIT yoga? It's HIIT every Sunday at 3, right?
Sunday at 3.
Okay, so right now it's free, but it's not gonna be free forever, y'all. So y'all might want to get a little taste now. The idea is the bottom line, and that's to make money. Sorry, guys,
It's
and save lives.
my idea is to spread a little stillness.
My idea is for her to make money. So
Right. We have two different ideas. So
anyway, I did yoga today. I did church today, and
how was church?
church was very good.
Okay.
I haven't been in a while, so it's a little strange getting back into the swing of things.
Okay.
The venue, so it's all that good stuff. And then that was it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I had some work stuff. I had some church work, but church work.
Church work.
Church work. So I'm still doing that. So if you've texted me or called me and I've been busy, that's what I've been doing, guys. What about you?
Well, if you went to HIIT yoga, then I must have taught HIIT yoga. So I taught HIIT yoga today. That's usually I try to make that the priority of my day. So I sit and I make it a real self-care Sunday. I prepare my energy for yoga and the session. And I had a new playlist today, which I really like. I don't know if you noticed, I had like a lot of different Beyonce songs that people don't really know, and like some old school D'Angelo.
I really like that D'Angelo.
Yeah, some Londrell. It was like a lot of different a different vibe in my class today, which was really, really exciting. For those that don't know, I'm a yoga instructor, and what I do is I mesh yoga with HIIT cardio, and it's a hip hop R&B vibe. The entire class right now is absolutely free, and people love it. So yeah, that's really all my day was, and now I'm here with you guys. Cheers.
On this great Sunday.
But before we get started, I'd like all the people that are in here to just stop what they're doing and share it with their page. If you just stop and share. We'll give you a couple seconds. Stop and share.
Nice. Give the people a couple minutes.
Yeah, just give them a couple seconds, get their lives together. Just share and then come back and watch it. Yeah.
Yes.
So by now you should have already done it.
While they're doing that, let me tell you a quick funny story.
Okay.
This morning I was getting dressed and our parents were on FaceTime. I had them propped up in the mirror while I was getting dressed, and Dad's like, "You wearing that to church today?" Yes, guys, I did wear this to church today with my bandana and my Timbs. And I'm like, yes. He's like, oh, I guess church has changed since the pandemic too. Everyone's just yes. He's like, everybody's just wearing what they want to wear. And I was like, this is a gospel group, Dad. Like, this is church merch. It doesn't look like it, but you know.
I feel like church changed before pandemic. I mean, I think he might just ain't been to church in a while. There's that.
I was like, dang, what do I look like? I'm about to go, like I'm about to blow up something or something. I'm like, I just trying to keep it young.
You know how he is.
Young, okay. Yes, Holy Tupac Market. That was very good. I love that.
Oh, we have comments. I didn't even know it.
Yeah, I've been trying to. I said hey to the people.
Okay.
Yes, Taylor.
Come as you are. That's right. Come as you are. That's actually on my mat out when you come at my house. Come into my house right before you come into.
And I want listen. We want everybody to come as they are in the house. We've created a very safe space.
We have creative safe space in my house.
Okay. Only Marquita, Anita, Shantina, Elijah, Kaya, and me and our parents.
You ain't got nobody else?
Who?
No one else is alive?
There are a couple people, but I ain't trying to put nobody on blast. If you know that you've been there, then that's great. Then you have been accepted. Other than that, if you ain't been there, Marquita's not in here yet, but she's saying if you aren't in there, then you haven't made it yet. So rolled eye several times. And so there's that. Yeah, it's not in the house.
So your energy, you got to watch your energy. You have to protect your energy. When I finish each of my classes, my virtual exercise classes that I do, I tell my clients, protect your energy, protect your space, and protect your heart. You got to protect what you have. It's yours. You're the only one that can do it.
Marquita is not even on the show yet. She's cracking jokes. She's like, not in her house. You got to come bathe, y'all. So that's the note. Period.
Hey, see, I got to take a bath before I come to your house.
With COVID out here, apparently.
What if I took a bath last night and it's like 2 p.m. the next day? What's the rule?
No, you still need to take a bath according to I'm translating for her. That is a no.
Oh, strict rules.
Yes.
All right. So do you have a Still I Rise? I don't have a Mac moment, be very honest.
I think the Still I Rise is the whole show today.
Yeah, I feel like that too. So for people who know and don't know, tonight is the Emmett Till edition. I know we're hitting you with a lot of Black history before February, but guess what? I'm Black, she Black, Marquita Black, Charles is Black. So we just figure it's Black history all 12 months.
Every day. It's blackity black, and some more black. Like you gonna all
right. So
y'all just lucky I didn't go in my other room and do the podcast in there because it's real black in there. It's black out here too, but it's real black in there. MLK on the wall and everything.
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna be. To be honest, if it's what's on my heart, I usually produce these shows, and if she's okay with it, then we're going to roll with it. And right now, Hulu is giving me lots of Black love. And so I've just been watching a lot of documentaries, a lot of shows. And so this is going to be based. Yes, we are Black mixed with Black. So with that, this whole show is going to be based off of Women of the Movement. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a series. Is it ABC? I feel like Charles said it was ABC. Mm-hmm. It's ABC. I watch it on Hulu. Danielle watches it on Hulu. But before all that, it's time for some hot topics.
This is like to really give you a refresher before we go into something heavy. So Marquita is going to bless you with all the hot topics. But before she does, since we haven't had a commercial with her in it, no, I'm going to play her commercial while you can let her in. Reintroduce her.
Okay.
There she is. I gotta go pick up my stuff.
Your stuff is at your house and you didn't go get it.
At the other apartment. I can't juggle 2 men. Definitely can't juggle 2 apartments.
Can we talk about her merch? Can we talk about this merch? If you haven't noticed, we're going to shower you with ORNOT merch at least once a show. One of us will wear it once a show. So I apparently got to do it next show, or Danielle. So if you have not,
I'm running out of merch, y'all. I'm running out of merch. Okay,
how's the quality?
Oh, you know what? This ain't them. What's them hard t-shirts? This ain't them. Yeah, it ain't none of this, y'all. This some good t-shirts right here now. I'm like, I like this fabric.
Yeah, I enjoy mine. Like I was like, oh, I should have ordered 2. So.
Look, I ordered 3 things. This is my second week. Y'all gonna have to think of something else now. Y'all got to think of something else. I ain't got but so many ORNOT stuff now, y'all.
ORNOTpodcast.com. ORNOTpodcast.com.
Right. And all y'all out there watching right now, y'all need to go on and buy something and drop your pictures in the comments next time. Okay. Hey, y'all.
What you got for us today? What you got?
Who child? January ain't playing no games, honey. January ain't playing no games. So, I got to start off, for my rest in peace. It's been so many celebrities that have passed in January. I'm not sure I touched on anybody. So if I forget somebody, y'all put them in the comments so that, we can pray for their family or whatever. First things first.
Wait. I was going to do I was going to be you, because this is what you do. You always start with the dead people.
I do. Y'all know I gotta. That's because when y'all leave me, y'all got to leave and laugh.
Yeah.
But, in the beginning, I can make y'all sad. That's gonna tell you, when you cry, you can't go nowhere else. So that means I can keep you here if I get you to cry. And then, when it's time for me to go, you can laugh.
I love that. Leave and laughs. I'm
yes.
A new shirt.
When I'm gone, y'all gonna be like, that damn Marquita. Y'all ain't even think about who died.
Who died, Marquita?
Lord, y'all. So
rather the dead.
Shelley. She came up with her little notebook.
Y'all, I had to take notes. There was so much going on. I had to take notes, and then I gotta go through.
You gotta do research,
girl. Yeah, me. I can talk about any topic I want to talk about. Is hot topic, but I gotta keep it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it in a certain lane before I just come on here and jump off, because y'all already know I take up too much time anyway. So, okay, so rest in peace to fashion icon Andre Leon Talley. He was like a fashion icon. Is about all I could get out of it.
Yeah, he was the man from Project Runway.
Yeah.
He used to work for Vogue, I think.
Right. He used to work for Vogue. He's also been on America's Next Top Model. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, he's always in a cape. Yeah.
What did he die of?
I ain't digging into that, man. I don't want to make my life sad digging into somebody else's death, y'all. We just gonna quick breeze past these subjects, y'all. Y'all know I breeze past them. Let's not dwell in death, okay?
Right. We got to write that down.
We're gonna have so many more shirts on ORNOT website. We're gonna be funny. Leaving laughs. We don't dwell in death. Check out the shirts coming up, y'all. Also rest in peace to Louis Anderson, big fat white guy. Y'all should know him. Yeah. He's done a lot of voiceovers. I'm trying to think. Put in the comments, y'all. What's the movie he done played in? Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson's big like that. He's famous.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done a lot of cartoons. He has a really funny voice. So don't do that. Don't do that, Toya. Don't do that.
He was in Coming to America.
Yes, that's what it was. Oh my God.
Wheeler's Day Off. He was in Coming. They said he was in Coming. He was in Coming to America too.
He was the lettuce guy in Coming to America, the original one. He was moving on up. He was on lettuce.
I've heard of lettuce.
Definitely sending out prayers to the King family. Regina King lost her one and only child to suicide at the age of 26. So definitely prayers for them. I can't imagine what she's going through as a mother. Yeah, that was all the RIPs I got, y'all. Was too.
That was a long list. That was a long list. So.
Congratulations, y'all know Jeezy and Jenny Ma, they done had the baby and they did not revealed the baby name. It's Monaco Mai Jenkins. To all the babies born this year, don't y'all beat up Jeezy and Jenny's son when y'all at school. Don't beat up baby Monaco. Don't do that. Don't do that when you get
something.
Huh?
It probably means something.
Monaco is in France, if I'm not mistaken, but basically that's where they met and made like all of their life's revelations in this city. So it means something to them. She made a whole little elaborate video of the room and where they was and what was said, and I hope they stay together forever because these videos will come back.
Marquita would say that's rich folks' business. If I meet somebody, then my child may be named DC, Newport News.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Decatur.
Little local. Come on in here, little local. That's
Huntersville.
They get real fancy with the names. Monaco, ATL shouted.
Hey, the whole name ATL shouted.
ATL shouted cross.
Their relationship is so weird to me because it's
they
like
do really seem like an odd couple. I want to know where they met. Where was Jeezy and Jimmy hanging out together where they saw each other? No, they were in Monaco. They were somewhere else.
But what I mean is like he's Jeezy, and then like now
Jeezy just changed his life.
Jeezy went real GQ real quick.
He did.
It's just odd.
He has to, but Jenny Mae's mama, have y'all seen her? She's a
trip. Ratchet, right? She ratchet. So he still get a little hood with Jenny Mae mama. So it's like the best of both worlds.
I think Jenny Mae might have a little swag. She do.
I think she have a little swag too. You know, she was on The Real. So she got a little, she has to have a little swag.
No comment.
Yeah, right. No comment about that. But we'll take it for now.
Some things y'all might find sad. So Adele's residency in Vegas and the Fugees tour has been canceled due to COVID. Well, not necessarily. Well, the Fugees tour has been canceled. I don't know if it was due to COVID or.
Hey now, don't say that. Don't say that wrong.
Irreconcilable differences. I don't know.
He's trying to go that way.
Well, it must be Wyclef.
It must be Wyclef. It's not Lauren.
Or the other one. What's the other one?
Prize. Ain't it Prize?
It is Prize. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'm the Prize.
I want to know him because he did Ghetto Superstar with Maya.
I'm the Prize, the one that's the ghetto. Go ahead.
Yeah. He did Ghetto Superstar with Maya, so that's why I can keep him, on the radar. Yeah.
That's one.
You see, old school come through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that's just like, I saw this and I wanted to bring it up because y'all know how I am. Hot topics, think of hot topics. But so I saw this post from Lil Duval, and he says that Black people are the only people that brag about their credit. And so it brought on a debate on the internet that Black people are always bragging on, oh, my credit score is 750 or 800, or I got a good credit score.
Period. Like, I bought this. I did that.
I was talking about credit score, and he's just like, I don't understand why people are so happy that they can borrow money. And
that's a word now. We are supposed to be lenders and not borrowers. Okay, go ahead.
So in that retrospect, I do understand that, but I also don't see like what's the issue with bragging about that you got a good credit score, because we don't really, I feel like we as a community, for somebody to brag about it, we don't really talk about it a lot. We don't talk about our assets and building generational wealth. I mean, we are now. We can see that we're trying to do that. But I just feel as though shit, whatever you get and it's outside the norm, brag on it. Tell us about your 750, 800. I want to hear it because I want to know what you did so I can get the 750, 800 or whatever the highest credit score is. That's just, hackers, if you listening out there, my Credit Karma login is no, I'm just but yeah, so I just feel as though, I think everybody should have good credit. Focus on your credit. Don't necessarily mean you gotta borrow money, but a lot of, if you look the part, they'll give you the money to be the part.
Well, I think a lot of it comes from the lack of knowledge that we have as a community about credit. And then when you learn all of it and you figure out how to fix your credit, you want to share. Like, man, I had a 500.
You can just, if the conversation is credit, okay, yeah, say you got good credit. And then,
but if you had a 395, if that's possible, and you now have a 780, I think people just
telling people what they're doing. They're just be like, yeah, I got good credit now. Okay, well then tell me what you did. Or let me borrow something.
Don't just share part of the information. Share all of the information. But yes, I just thought that was like I didn't think that was like a black people thing. I just thought that I thought the credit conversation was a cultural thing. So I think everybody needs credit. You know, it's a lot of other cultures that open up businesses and whatnot, and I think they need credit. Mm-hmm. So I just don't think it's just black people that do that.
Just speaking from what he knows, he don't know nothing else.
Well, yeah, because he pays cash for everything, so he is real big on you don't need credit.
Oh, he don't got credit.
I don't know. He claimed he don't need it because he got money. So whatever
he don't have it.
He may not have good credit. He got tired of turning it, getting turned down. So now he got it. Real unimportant news. I'm just gonna run through my little unimportant news segment of this. Unimportant news. So M&M's needed to change the image of M&M's to be all inclusive, and I just was trying to figure out when the hell was I eating diverse candy. All my candy is the same sugar, and I'm gonna eat it. I didn't think of.
It's just this is too much.
I didn't think my M&Ms needed to be all inclusive. I thought we all just ate high fructose corn syrup. I wasn't sure. But you really can't tell the difference from the old M&Ms to the new M&Ms. I think the green M&M now wears sneakers, and she was in heels.
Now eat it.
Right, that's why I said I don't know why it had to be all inclusive because they all look the same. Except for stop putting them in the bag chipped. Do that. Make them unchippable. Is how I like my M&Ms. I don't want
that deformed. Some of them are deformed.
Stuck together. Wait for the M&Ms to cool off before you put them in a bag. While y'all around here jushing up the cartoons, just make sure they're not hot when you put them in a bag.
Do we have anything else that they could have focused on? Could they have contributed?
They could have used their resources and helped an HBCU out. That would have been very.
Or the homeless.
Or the homeless. I don't know. Saving kids in Haiti. I don't know.
There's I could care less. Okay.
Exactly. What are jobs at M&M? How about that? Who wearing it? Did y'all go? Y'all could have at least went on a campaign because y'all could have gave jobs to people to wear M&M suits while y'all went on the campaign to talk about how the new M&Ms is new. M&Ms, you ain't doing it right. You just around here wasting money on a cartoon artist so he can.
I would say
M&Ms.
I will say I am impressed by this hot topic because sometimes I don't want to hear about Ray J. So this is different.
This a little different. I was gonna take it. Other unimportant news. That damn song by Meg Thee Stallion and Shinsia Lick. They can go ahead and they can shelf it.
I haven't heard it.
It's nothing.
I haven't heard it, but I've seen the video because it's all over social media. So you can see the video when you're scrolling, and it's too much for me.
It's WAP. It's WAP over and over and over again. Like it's just.
How do you guys feel about it in the comments?
Yeah, I would love to know how the men and then the women feel about it. Like the
women. What I think about with these artists like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, and when they make these songs and do these videos. When I'm 80 and I go to a concert. When I'm 80, I definitely don't want to see y'all shaking y'all gonna be shaking y'all old wrinkly asses on stage.
It's not gonna be like a New Edition or a Ron or Isley Brothers concert.
Exactly. Y'all don't have no longevity.
See John B's videos. John B, where you at? Like that's a classic video.
That's what I'm saying. Where is the classic songs? I just don't think that they're doing anything that has longevity to it. Like
what about like Marcus Houston when he had that song Naked? Even watch if he was to do that now, it's still old. He's old now.
Better.
It's still better.
I see what you're saying. He's old now, so now he's showing.
Yeah. Well, I definitely don't want to see him performing on stage with his shirt off because it's gonna be like, we don't want you to be naked no more. You need to make a song called Road because at this point, Marcus Houston, you're too damn old to be having that chest out. We don't want to see Gray Taco.
Yeah, so it's the same thing.
But then Megan follows up. So they show, I guess, the Shade Room posts it or something. Hollywood Unlocked, the whole entire Ratchet TV.
Hollywood Unlocked is changing, but go ahead.
I don't know.
You talking about with Jason Lee? Oh, please.
Jason Lee is trying to do other things, guys.
Okay, that's for another show. So Megan goes on, and then today she's like, she posted the video today after they posted it, and she's like, I thank you so much. She's such a sweet girl. It's just been
another girl,
Shinsia, whatever her name is. He says that it was such a great experience, and that doesn't look like a great experience.
Y'all was humping and gyrating on each other. I'm just trying to figure out, like,
your caption doesn't match your video.
And the thing about it is, the video and the song is apparently doing great. Like, I think in like one day they got like 2 million views on YouTube and stuff like that. So the song is doing great, but I just feel as though Megan and Shinsia are they're so much more talented than this particular song.
Megan. I'm sorry, Megan. She's at a whole nother level now.
I said Megan, y'all.
Megan. Just a month ago, you had on a whole. You just graduated. You done went to school. Like, you physically went to school. What is the name of the song? I don't even know the name.
Right?
Which one?
It's called Lick.
It's called Lick. Yeah, Lick.
I'm just embarrassed by the word lick. It's just out of hand.
So, but the thing about it is they're getting popularity for the song. But I just feel as though, like, check out. Okay, everybody know that Meg Thee Stallion, but Shinsia, check out her stuff prior to this. Like, the girl, like, she's so talented. And if I was her, I would really hate that this is what catapulted my career.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who she was until now.
Well, this is what they mean by selling your soul for the industry. They was none of that other stuff is gonna work, girl. You gotta have to do it.
I will say shout out to Chris White for putting me on to Shinsia. I will say that he put me on to Shinsia, but that's why I say we saw her when I was gonna say we saw her. She wasn't even at a million people on Instagram when I was introduced to her. But she
probably is.
She definitely is. Like, she's so pretty. Like I said, she's so pretty. She's so talented. She can sing. She can do all of that. That's why I feel as though this particular song, it just, to me, even though it's popular, it's hurting their brain.
Well, I don't think it's gonna hurt Meg Thee Stallion that much because
she's doing too much. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because after WAP, we don't expect that from her, but we're like, okay. But this other girl, for those like myself who didn't know her, I'm no longer interested.
Yeah.
So
that's why I said if you go before that, you'll probably be like, damn. If you wouldn't have known that, like you said, you're turned off because you seen that video. But me, I know what her talents are because I've watched her freestyle. I've watched her do different videos and stuff like that. So the girl has talent, but this right here does not, to me, it doesn't display either one of their talents. It's just, here we go again. With y'all ass all out in there and y'all looking and gyrating on this, and I don't want nobody that damn close to me. I just don't understand, y'all. It's COVID. Why do y'all want people that close to you? I don't even know.
When was this recorded? Was it before 2020?
It definitely was not pre-COVID. It wasn't pre-COVID. And that's what I'm really not here for. Stop promoting closeness. We don't need to be close no more. Okay? Stop promoting that.
Stop promoting contact.
Exactly. Stop promoting contact. That's why I feel like people like, what really, y'all, what are we arguing about when we argue about this mask mandate? What are we really arguing about here? I think the pandemic showed us how we should have been living. Stay 6 feet away from me out my personal damn space. Anyway. Wear a mask to cover your vocabulary missed while you talking to me. And wash your damn hands. What we mad for? Why we mad? Why we mad? I'm not mad. We should stay wearing our masks. I don't know why people are upset about washing hands, but we should stay wearing our masks.
Off topic.
Well, you know that's me. I'm gonna talk about hot topics, off topics, on topics. It's just
all topics.
Right, it's just topics with me.
She's really upset about the concept.
I really am. Stay the fuck out of my personal space. It's mine. Stay out of it.
The vocabulary miss.
Yes, I don't want your vocabulary miss. I don't want that. I know you smell your own breath and feel your own spit before a mask. That was on me.
Hey, this is where we reel you in. Anything
Okay,
else?
guys, I think that's all I have for you.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. Great. Well, for those that don't know, if you see her in the store, back up and then give her a wave.
Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you come in my personal space. And I will respect you and do the same with no problem at all. I don't feel that you hate me or don't like me.
Marquita.
Thank you so much.
Love me from a distance.
We appreciate you.
New shirts coming on ORNOT.com. Love me from a distance.
We'll see you next Sunday, maybe?
Sure.
Is that our new night? Did we decide that was a new night?
We decided, me and Marquita.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Hope you and Charles will be here next Sunday.
Right. We'll hope this Charles will be here next Sunday. Oh, while we're here, the three of us have been asked to hope to be on another podcast. I'll talk to you about it later, Marquita. But yes, the three of us have been
They want more. Somebody, they may not watch the whole show. Y'all don't want my talking ass on your damn show.
They want you. They want you.
They want you.
I gotta be on my best behavior because company is over. If y'all time, I'm gonna stick to it. I promise y'all.
And look, we're not gonna be at home. We're gonna be somewhere else. So we'll give you guys, somebody where they're asking us to
go somewhere.
No, we're not going anywhere, y'all. We're gonna log into something else that's not.
They're gonna fly us out.
No, right. We just finished talking about contact. What is wrong with you guys?
Right.
I'm not going nowhere.
That's true. We'll be on the bus. We're gonna rent a whole Greyhound and go wherever we need to go. That way, everybody sit on every other seat. Tasha, you man in the front. I'll stay in the middle. Danielle in the back. That's just we gonna rent a whole Greyhound bus for that.
Uncle Chris.
Oh, Uncle Chris, you driving the Greyhound? You didn't even know it.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. He's definitely behind the wheel.
Caitlin will sit behind him as his assistant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Them two can have it.
So everybody stay tuned for that. I have some dates that I got to send to the ladies and they can help me pick which one. So we will be on someone else's podcast. We'll still have ours that week, but you'll get to see our face twice. So that's coming up in a few weeks. But Marquita, we'll see you next Sunday.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys. That was fun. All right, you ready to talk about this mess?
Girl.
All right, y'all. So the night's topic is the Emmett Till story. Anita, you can come too. If we have a bus, there's going to be a lot of seats.
Mm-hmm. Everybody can come.
Everybody can come. So I know we talked about Martin Luther King and kind of his journey and all of that good stuff. So with all of that information, we started to talk a little bit about Emmett Till, and I realized that it needed to be a whole show. So that's kind of where we are today. I can give the rundown about it, or you can.
I think you should give the rundown. You seem to have a connection with the show, so I'll let you take it away.
You think so?
I mean, I have a connection too, obviously, because I'm Black, but I feel like you have really driven. I saw the thing to watch it and I was like, yeah, maybe I will. And then you were like, no, you need to. So I feel like
okay. All right. Well, Emmett Till, for those that don't know, and for those that do know, this is a very good refresh. He was a 14-year-old who was actually visiting family in Mississippi. He was originally from Chicago. I am reading, but I do know the story by heart. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Yeah, and he basically, I want to say he whistled. Didn't he whistle? Was it just a whistle?
I didn't hear the whistle, girl.
I felt like I need to go back and watch the episode where it happened all over again, because I feel like I don't know the concept of that piece, but supposedly he was accused of offending a white woman after being in her grocery store. And with that, he was lynched or brutal. They say lynched, but he was brutally murdered. He was shot, he was mutilated, and then left in a kind of a lake river type thing where his body was found.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty of this story is his mother's idea to expose the story, to expose his body, and to show the world became historical. And it just took on from there. Just to fast forward it, the men that killed him almost pretty much admitted that they did it. It went in front of a jury and they found them not guilty. And to this day, even though we all know they did it, they are now dead, of course, just due to old age or whatever. But the case was never reopened and they died free. And Emmett died not free. And he was 14. So we started to watch the show Women of the Movement on ABC. I don't know if you have it pulled up. I know the actress that plays in Women of the Movement. She's actually from Chesapeake, Virginia. Mm-hmm. And I will say she did an amazing job being Mamie Till. What's her name?
Adrienne Warren.
Okay, Adrienne Warren. She did an amazing job playing Emmett's mother. Mamie Till there's another name in front of Till. I can't think of it right now.
After Till, I don't know what it is either.
Yeah. So she played the mom. She's from our area. If you're in the 757 area, if you're not, she's from Chesapeake, Virginia, and it's on ABC. So definitely catch it because right now, is it just 6 episodes? Are we done?
I don't know if we're done yet. It's 6 episodes right now.
Oh, okay. So you said she finished the series yesterday, so it's probably done. I think they're wrapping this up. I feel like what we're watching right now is them wrapping us up. So I probably have 5 minutes left of the show, or Danielle and me have 10 or 5 minutes left. Yeah, so we'll probably finish afterwards, but we really thought that it was something that we needed to talk about because me and Danielle can talk about it together and have long conversations about it. So why not bring it to the forefront? We got a good 30 minutes or so. So what are your thoughts, ma'am?
So I think first I wanted to touch on things that I didn't know because when you grow up in an African-American home, you hear about Emmett Till was the young boy that they killed because he spoke to a white woman, and it's kind of glazed over. It's kind of simplified. We don't get to hear about how there was a hung jury. Mm-hmm. In the I guess with the verdict, so they had to go back and even though it was only 60 plus minutes, there still was a hung jury. So that means there was 2 people out of how many other jury people there were 2 white men who saw the discrepancy, or I guess the vagueness in the story. And then another thing that I wasn't taught, or I just didn't know, was I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say.
Was it about the dad?
Was about the dad. I didn't know that the dad also, and I just got to that part actually on the show where the dad's history in the military came out, and it said that he was hung in Italy because he either raped or was accused of raping white women. And mm-hmm. So they tried to connect the two, saying it's a lineage thing, he comes from a long line of rapists, which is not the case. And so I think that the idea that we just us as Black people, we oversimplify things because we become so it's our way of protecting ourselves. And it's I know that I do it, and so I'll try to protect myself away from certain things. So if I hear another Black boy is dead, now I can't go and watch the videos over and over again. I can't go and read about it. I can't, because in the past I've experienced PTSD where mm-hmm. I'm waking up crying about a boy that I don't know. Right. And so it becomes so much more personal that we try to really protect ourselves and be well, they killed him because he was a Black boy. They said he was a Black man and he whistled at a lady. We don't even know if that is the complete truth. We don't even know if he really whistled. We don't know. The white lady came up with the whole story, and it progressed.
He made up a complete story, which is mind-blowing.
it progressed right there in court. Now they showing how he touched her. I'm like, when did that happen?
And it went from him whistling to touching her hand and her waist to raping her, damn near. Attempted rape.
I just couldn't believe the things that I didn't know. And so I think that was like the biggest takeaway for me.
Like, don't you feel like the reason it got so out of hand, we talked about this a little bit, but the reason it got so out of hand is because some African Americans we were afraid of them.
Yeah, so let's touch on that.
I don't mean no harm. Like, there's a lot that went on in this story that doesn't really, I don't know if it happened in today's time, if this is how it would have went on. I mean, truly what happened was the brothers of the woman, the woman, Caroline something, her name is not even important, so I don't even know if we should say her name, but whatever her name was, the woman, she told her husband, or her husband found out. He then told his brothers. His brothers were known they had a reputation to be pretty bad in the area. So those brothers took it upon themselves to go to Emmett's uncle's home. And I think he was a pastor, right?
I don't know why they call him preacher.
They called him preacher. Yeah. So they go in the middle of the night. They wake these people up out of their sleep, and they basically look through each bed until they find this child. So fast forward, tell me how that would have went down.
Let's just pause right there. Let's not fast forward. Let's pause right there. So let's say someone comes in your house and they're looking for
you didn't get him past his door.
No, they're looking for my unborn child. Let's just name him Junior. I don't know. Hopefully there'll be a senior one day. Junior is in Elijah's room. Let's say Elijah has a daughter now. I mean, has a sister now, and he in somebody's room, Madison's room, okay? And they very young, so they can sleep in the same bed still, y'all, okay?
Mm-hmm. And these kids were sleeping in the same bed. There was tons of kids
in the same bed. So they're looking like Junior. We looking for a Junior from Atlanta. Junior obviously is in the bed. They're going through each bed. Tasha. Now, let's say Tasha's preacher or pastor, whatever they call him. Preacher. It's like, yes, not this one. No, not this one. Try another room. Tasha,
preacher, the uncle of Emmett Till, he was very terrified. Him and his wife were extremely terrified. I think they grabbed a bat or something in the movie. The wife grabbed a bat or something, but you didn't do nothing with the bat. So they didn't use it. They let him in and they were terrified. Now, I'm not talking bad about them, but I was trying to explain to my sister, this one, the only sister I have, that it's a great depiction of what our ancestors, how terrified they were of Americans. I mean, of white people. You don't think they were scared of white people? They let them people come up in there and take their baby.
I think
let him take him.
Well, I think they picked the right family.
He
was all the black people in Mississippi and all in the southern states were not all like that, but else we would still be where we are today. Some black people were not fearful of white people.
And just to kind of ask for the people that are watching before, if you saw the show, I don't know if you've seen the show. I know Toya says she has, but if you haven't seen the show, did you know that in the Emmett Till, I'd like a little.
Yeah, because I didn't know that either.
So I wondered how many of you knew that they went in and got him out of his bed.
Had no idea.
And what's so crazy about that? Can you imagine how traumatic that is for all of the children that were asleep in the bed with him? And that was the last time they saw Emmett Till. His nickname was Bobo. So that was the last time that they saw Bobo, was when he took them out of his bed. So Shanika said that part, Danny, I didn't know about that. They would have to take me because I'm not going to give my children up.
That's what I said to Tasha. First of all, let's take it. Let's say I'm preacher.
Okay.
And Elijah is at my house.
This is a true story. This is the part. So everybody knows this is true. So this is not fiction.
And let's say we're not in Atlanta. Let's say I'm in the deep South. I'm in Mississippi, and I have a farm.
But see, I'm with Anita on this. You can't say that's not, that people were not almost brainwashed. They were
all the Black people. They picked the right family. If they came to my house, we would have all ended up dead. I don't care. I don't have a story to tell. I don't care.
And in this case, in this case, Preacher had his own children in the bed. So what people don't understand is apparently Mississippi was where Bobo wanted to go and spend time with his cousins on the farm. Mississippi at that time was going through hell on earth racially and politically. Okay. So people were getting lynched, killed, African Americans, lynched, killed, all over. It was bad. It was a bad time for him to go, truth be told. But he wanted to go. He begged, wanted to go. So Preacher, his own children are there. So I felt like watching it at some point, Preacher kind of was like, you can't take mine. Here go Bobo.
That's trifling. What? I'm sorry, but Elijah is like mine. But I'm sorry, you're gonna have to take all of us. We all gonna die. It's gonna be a whole massacre.
Here's my thing. It's like if Marquita's daughter was staying at my house and this happened,
and you be I
can't call Marquita and be like,
don't take Elijah, take Kaylin.
I can't call Marquita and be like, hey girl, so these people broke in the house and I couldn't let them take Elijah. So I told him, go ahead and take Kaylin. I can't imagine that. I would move out of town. Like I wouldn't even call him.
I would literally die. And you're watching this child. You already know that the mother is already super worried and protected over her.
Very worried about him going. She did not want him to go.
Yeah, he had like a health issue when he was born. Said that he was never going to be able to walk and some other things. So he was like her little miracle baby. And then she allows you to take responsibility for a few weeks out the summer, and a few days or a few weeks in, I don't know how long, and then you don't even call her. Look, let's talk about that. So he doesn't call her to let her know that he's basically.
Oh yeah, the person that makes the call, y'all, the person that makes the call to tell Emmett's mother, Mamie, that he's missing. It's not Preacher and his wife.
I don't know. Maybe it's the lady next door or something. They don't have a friend.
It was the lady next door that called her and was like, "Hey, did you hear Bobo's missing?" And she's like, "What? Uncle so-and-so ain't never called me and tell me that." The first time she spoke to the wife was when she got off the train. And I'm like, so your baby is found dead at this point, and now you're seeing the wife for the first time. My aunt, who is a motherly figure, who should have really been watching my child next to this man. But it's kind of how that was back then, which is just so
which is I'm grateful that I was born in 1988, because if I was born any time in this time, then I probably would be in a history book. But then that might be what the people might have needed. But I'm just saying that I would not have taken this very lightly. And then to go on, there's a scene in the show where Preacher is on the front porch with him and his children and the other boys. And a man. I don't know who the man is. I can't recall who the man is.
That's his son, his oldest son.
Is he the one that was driving?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so he says,
Preacher's old. Preacher's old. Like, so he got young kids, but he got old kids. Like,
I think it was the older one. Mm-hmm. So they pan out. I love cinematography. I'm still trying to understand this part. They pan out to a red type of Oldsmobile.
Look at Nita. She's right. You and Daniel both.
Yeah, we would have been in there. I'd have been like, well, girl, I guess it's going down. Well, because I ain't about to go down. I'm not going down without a fight.
Right. And it was a house full of them. So, like, meaning there's 3 white men and there's probably
a whole bunch of, in their minds, they're thinking a whole bunch of N-words, all these monkeys. We got, and y'all, and we have crazy strength according to them.
And all
we're not human. And you guys have the nerve to be scared of these 3 stringly little white men who look like they can't lift a finger. The revolution would have definitely been sooner. Yes. Okay.
And what I find, go ahead. You were about to say something first. Go ahead.
So they pan out to this Oldsmobile or something, like a red or a blue car looks like he's coming to the house. I don't know whose car it is. Anyway, preacher says to the guy,
keep talking. I need to get my charger.
Okay. Preacher says to the guy, send the boys home. And then he says, send them to Greenwood or something. And the guy's like, why, what are we about to do? I can't let you go looking for him. He's like, I can't let you go by yourself. And he's like, oh, well, we about to go looking for him. He been missing for at least 3 days now.
He got to be dead.
Well, you sipping on water, lukewarm water, no ice. It's hot in Mississippi. You got all the boys on the porch. And so then now you decide to go look for him. I feel like there's an untold story.
And then they send him away. Meaning there's a part in which he sends his family away
to Chicago.
To Chicago, where Bobo is originally from, Emmett Till. And even the white family sends the woman away. Because they don't want any backlash for either of them. So that was apparently something that we did as a culture on both sides, was pack up your shit, and go, because it's time, it's time to go. But I think Richard makes a very good point. Humans become hard and are still filled with fear. And then he said, how is it possible to be so hardened to life and yet still so afraid?
I think that's a good point. I think the reason, I can only speak for myself, but the reason why that I am hardened is because of being hurt. And so I think Black people just in general have a long history of being hurt. So we have to come off extremely hard. We have to come off extremely always defensive, always ready for anything. And I think that's why we are so hard, but we are still scared at the same time. Like till this day, I'm going hard when I'm driving down the street, but when I see a police officer, and I'm always terrified of a police officer.
She makes a good point. You're not really hardened.
We're coping. Yes, Marquita, that's the correct word.
It's almost like a trauma situation.
Yes, it is. It's being extremely cautious, and it is our method of coping. It's how we cope. And that's just how it is.
To the trauma that we've
it's the trauma.
We're not really hard. We're not hardened at all. We're healed. We're trying to heal, and we're just figuring out how to cope with what's going on.
Figuring out how to cope.
Yeah.
And so that's a really good topic.
It's a good topic. It really is.
I think that a lot of people other than us don't understand that we really are a circumstance of our past trauma over and over again, generational trauma at this point. And nothing has to happen to you. It can happen to your father, your son, your mother, your grandfather. It's over and over again. It just continuously happens. For example, this happened in whatever year this was, and there has been several Black people that have been kidnapped out of their house. And so nothing happened to them either.
I think the up to this story, you have to find light, some type of positivity. The positivity was his body was so mutilated and it was so bad. I had even thought about whether or not I wanted us to show it on this, and I don't. But it was so bad that the mother was just Mamie, she was just so horrified that she wanted everyone to see what they had done to him. So she had, I believe it was Ebony. Was it Ebony magazine or was it?
So that the license.
Yeah, I think it was Ebony.
Listen, he's a cute little.
And so she had him follow her around, and then she had him take pictures of Emmett's body in the casket, and she had them put it in the magazine, and she had an open casket so people could come and see him.
Don't you think it was crazy? Because I didn't know this part either, was that they were trying to call it a hoax.
Yeah. Oh, and then there was another thing. They tried to say that he was not
a black boy.
A black man. They said that he had hair on his chest, and there's no way that a 14-year-old can have hair on his chest.
Black men don't have hair. Black boys don't have hair on their chest. They don't get hair on their chest till 30. So once again, they were treating us like okay, Richard, I'm gonna get to you in a minute. Just let me finish my thought. They were saying that Black men don't grow hair on their chest until they're 30. He's 14. They had a doctor come in. The doctor said he couldn't tell if he was Black or if he was white.
They just wanted everything to. They knew that by it being a young man, being a young boy. Right. One, and then two, his mother fighting so hard, it became a spectacle. It became a media frenzy. The city did not want to take any type of blame for it, and neither did the boys. So they had to find a way, the men. So they had to find a way to turn it any way they could find it.
I also think that a bigger underlining story is that they thought that he was disposable and would not be missed, and that he would go quietly. Well, you see in the story, they're like he fought back. He wasn't saying, like, he wasn't just letting us have our way with him, basically. That's one hint. The second hint was his mother, who's not from the South. She's from up north, who wasn't having it. And because Preacher, look, if they took one of Preacher kids, they was going Preacher kids was gonna be fine. I mean, he was gonna be, I'm gonna stay on this farm. I'm still gonna be a slave, basically, and I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna see them every day in town. But she wasn't having that.
No, she wasn't. She was absolutely amazing. And right before I turned this on, I was watching it, and I remember her mom saying, like she was, of course, very, very upset because even when they tried to retry the case, they wouldn't. And her mom said to her, Mamie's mother said to her, any other mother would have shut down. She wouldn't have eaten for days. She wouldn't have changed her clothes. She wouldn't have. And you went out there day after day and you fought and you talked to the press and you talked to lawyers, the NAACP. You talked to whoever it was who could hear you and to fight for your son. And that is, if you think about it, and Shanika said it best, that she's a very strong woman. She's
a very strong Black woman, because all Black women,
strong Black woman. But I'm gonna tell you like this: she dug deep for that.
I'm sure.
I can't fathom. It's not even somewhere I can even imagine going. So I think also realizing that this wasn't just a fight for Bobo. This was a fight for us.
Well, they had to kind of had to highlight that to her in the beginning.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm trying to just make it, y'all. And you trying to make this a whole civil rights movement. They were like, well, the time is now to decide whether you're going to ride for us or you just was riding for Bobo.
And there was times where you saw where they were like talking about, like, you know, you can make money off of this. And she was like, this is not about the money for me. She ended up being very, very successful. If you guys do some research, just her journey and her fight. And she continued to bring light to, you know, unjust situations and racial inequality. So, I mean, she's no longer with us, of course, but they have video and interviews of her like in color, not black and white. So she lived a long life, is what I'm saying. And so I think that's pretty dope that somebody like her was able to spread that type of love. And definitely somebody that should be in the history books, because she, as one of our strong Black leaders, as a Black woman, because Mamie Till wasn't no joke. Yeah. She made it happen. And I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I think she set the standard for so many other Black moms who have had to deal with such like a horrific tragedy like that. I do want to touch base on Richard's comment. He said, and not Black people, the Jews who survived the Holocaust have children with a much higher rate of schizophrenia and generational trauma, and glad there's some positive takeaway. How did the family cope? I just have to say that I appreciate your comment, Richard. I do want to say that I can't speak to the Jewish trauma at all. I don't know that trauma. I do know like very minimal about it. I know what everyone else knows, what they teach you in school, but I don't know anything else. I don't want to ever put my spin or perspective on it because I am a Black girl in America. I'm not a Jewish American girl out here living in Atlanta. I just know my own perspective. And so that's only what we and Tasha can only give that that narrative. I don't ever want to like, you know.
But it's a good point that there's so many different generational traumas. that from all different religions and cultures, that it's not just us.
Right. That's true.
And we know that. You know what I mean? I think and her full name is Mamie Till Mobley.
Mamie
Till Mobley.
And how did the family cope? Just based off of the little bit that I do know, I think coping was, for some people, avoidance. Maybe some people for like Preacher. I don't really like, he goes to Chicago and I don't hear him. We don't see anything else about him. And so I think
he testified, for those that may have questioned, he testified. I thought it was funny because they had a witness fee. So they get to collect the witness fee when you testify. The court pays you, the city or whatever pays you. They don't do that now, I'm sure. I don't think.
Kind of like jury duty, basically.
Yeah, it was odd, but he did testify, and he didn't do well when he testified. They kind of broke him down. He got upset, and he did tell her that he was sorry and that he felt like he had betrayed her. And I mean, it's one of those things. I always tell people, if something happens to my kid, the only thing they can tell me is I'm sorry. And he's already gone. So like if my kids, something happens to my kid and I'm sorry. I mean, that's not enough. So that's why you have to be really careful. As a parent, she thought she was doing what was best. She let him go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't fault her for that. I don't fault her for that.
She had to talk with him, the talk that we have today. She had that same talk with him, and she thought that he, would follow suit. And he was just having a good time with his cousins. He did something that no one else would have done during that time, and he didn't think that it would cause his life.
Maybe someone from a northern boy who think it's different up north. But Tasha said it was bad in Chicago. Too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but Mississippians specifically during that time, it was not a good time for him to do that. And even his cousins were even kind of like, be careful. Like, we can't do that. So, I mean, I just say, if anybody's watching, take some time and watch this. We're not going to really, it's time for us to wrap it up. But definitely take some time and watch it. And, let us know what you think, and share it with others. If you love it or you don't love it and you think it was horrific and you think it was horrible, post it on Facebook, what you saw, because it's good for us to educate each other about it. Even if it humbles us or hardens us, it's okay, because you need to know what happened in the past and how others coped and how they dealt with it and what you would do and what you wouldn't do.
For sure. And we'll have we'll probably do that other let them see. I mean, we could do an episode on that. This won't be the last time you'll hear of Mamie and the story. And it won't be the last, like we said a couple of shows ago. This is just like us in our new year.
This is our history too.
This is our history. And now that we've gotten you guys, it's just like family. Okay. Or just like family. We courted for a couple years, we had dates. It's been fun. And now it's time to talk about where we're going.
Yeah. Time to talk about the future.
What do you bring to the table? What do I bring to the table? We are the table.
Exactly. This is the table.
So, you have anything else, Tasha?
No, I'm good.
All right. So we just want to first thank you guys, as always, for joining us again. You're welcome, Richard. Richard, thank you for always tuning in. I love this man, Richard. I don't know this man, but this man, he likes us. He likes our perspective. And I think he doesn't look like us. I'm not sure. I don't think he looks like us. And that's a big deal. Richard has opened up his arms and his home, and we're in there. Hey, Richard, we in your living room. Okay. We're your family. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for sticking around for the tough topics. And thank you in advance for sharing. If you haven't followed us yet, I'm not sure if we're family.
Or if you haven't subscribed on YouTube.
Then we need to sit down and have a talk about what we're doing here.
And maybe we should break up.
And I'm not really off for the off and on stuff. You can ask my past situationships. I'm not like turning off like a slip.
And I will ghost you.
And she will ghost you. I won't ghost you. I will send you.
She'll tell you. I don't have the time. So
I'll send you a lengthy 4-page letter and tell you why I'm not going to do it. And so Please follow us on all the fruits and veggies. Share, repost,
and we think we like this Sunday at 7. So you guys come back Sunday at 7.
We definitely like this Sunday at 7. We are way more energized. We are giving our best selves. We're not with the doomsday Mondays, and we're just feeling better about it. So we're going to continue with Sunday at 7. So you can see us next Sunday at 7. We don't know what we'll be talking about yet, whatever Tasha has on her mind. And then we'll take it from there. So we hope that you guys have learned something tonight about the Emmett Till story, about Mamie Till and how strong she was. And we hope that you can take some type of nugget or gem from her story and her son's story, and then so that his name will not be in vain. I hope that we were able to pour into you guys so that you will be able to go out into the world on Monday and through Friday and Saturday and go out and pour into others. We thank you so much. I think that's it. I'm just trying to find the little commercial, but trying to do too much at once, guys. Have an awesome week. And yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.